How dare you, Grant? And
I
appreciate
know.
the opportunity. I love observing, and I hope I'm doing a good job for the folks
You're
back
doing
home.
a great job.
It's always nerve-wracking to be the observer, and it's a lot of responsibility, and I think I can handle it. So, in the top right-hand corner, in the blue, representing Poland, representing Alpha X, and representing the Kala everywhere, it is our Protoss player, ArT.
To the bottom left-hand side of Pillars of Gold Ladder Edition, as Clayton tries to ruin my voice. He is the red Zerg player, also from Poland. His countryman, representing ArT Esports. It's the red Zerg player, Elazer, also known as Miko to all of his friends.
Now, it is not going to be any sort of cannon rush that Pro said very early, just to deny the natural. Man, I thought he was going to go for something a bit cheeky there. I thought that probe was going to be fun, but that's all right. We'll go with a normal long game anyway. ArT and Elazer. Elazer, again, looking for not just his first match win of the day, because he hasn't won a match, or the match win of the tournament, but his first map win of the day as well. Elazer has gone 0-2 in this tournament, and he's got to feel good with his chances against ArT. I think he's probably again the favored player. But man, what position are you put in as a pro player? What is your mental state when you're? I mean, let's be honest. When you're just underperforming, in a tournament, what is Elazer thinking about here in this game?
Right now, Elazer is thinking about this game and nothing else that's happened and nothing else that will happen. Elazer is a consummate. He's a professional.
You nailed it.
And he will be absolutely focused on his build, and really extracting his will on his opponent. Now, ArT did send out that very early probe for a block, and here's a hint for all of y'all Protosses out there. If it's going to be a cannon rush, chrono goes down immediately most of the time. As soon as the game starts, you can chrono if you're cannon rushing. There you go. Grant's secret of the day, because your pylons earlier.
That's right.
So we are seeing a pretty standard opening here from ArT, except he is going for a proxy Stargate, Mr. Clayton Nelson.
Absolutely he is. I don't think there's any chance this will be anything else. He's got 150 saved up right now. Now. I'm going to put it down now. It's right now. There it is. Proxy Stargate goes down for ArT. If you just keep saying it, that's my caster tip of the day, Grant. If you just keep saying the word now,
happens.
Eventually.
You're never wrong.
And Proxy Stargate's a great choice here for a couple of reasons. One, he knows he forced Elazer to take this third position. Yes. And of course, on Pillars of Gold, the third position, a fair ways away.
Yes.
From that main, especially if you're rotating queens down and with no creep spread to connect those bases. It's going to be a long distance run. Very easy for the Oracles to slip in, snipe down a couple of these drones here, and then make their way down to the third, where the queens will not be able to respond quickly enough. Now, of course, Elazer has a third queen on the way. Only 3 out so far, but that Stargate almost done. And ArT should be in good shape to get his first Oracle out right away.
Yeah, so quite often when you see something like this happen, what you'll see is the queen that pops out in the main even, will inject and then walk over to the third. So the queen that pops at the third can start spreading creep. It did look like Elazer chose to keep one queen at home, which is a very safe way of doing things. Is he still there? Okay, so yeah, he will have one queen in terms of defense, but it is just one queen. There is no spore crawlers. Second queen is miles and miles away. So as the first Oracle comes in, and it isn't the closest possible location either. He could have put it down possibly in the triangle base, but that's much harder to keep unscouted. Now, we should see at least 4 or 5 drones go down here. I would say 5 at this point. Oh, he might even get a 6th. 6 is really good. 7? Okay, now this is really bad for Elazer. The Oracle can go down here, no problem. It's not great, of course, but he is going to make another one. And 9 queens. 9 queens? Wow. 9 drones is exceptional damage this early in the game. And you can see immediately Elazer throwing down a rope for him, because I think he knows he's probably going to have to try and do some damage himself.
Absolutely. That's got to be what's going through his head right now. That, of course, will be spotted by ArT. The Oracle going... Oh, I love it. He's got the Korean voice pack on. I don't know if you know that. That's so cool. If you click the vision button, you hear what voice pack the players are using. I love it. And he uses the Korean voice pack, which always sounds so... Because like the Terran voice pack, at least for the English voice pack, sound, they're like, yeah, whatever, man, I got you, light him up. Whereas the Korean one is just like actual military commands being spoken all the time, and it's a little jarring. I love it. Anyway, second Oracle gets out with no damage getting done, 1 kill on the Oracle, so almost nothing, which is fine that he saved the Oracle, because losing the first Oracle is really rough. The Starport down, by the way, or Stargate down, by the way. But losing the first Oracle is really rough, because that means you've got fewer revelations less stasis wards available to you, and you've got to make something happen with that second Oracle. Glaive's on the way behind this, but I like Elazer's position right now. Despite losing 9 drones, he's going up to Lair Tech. He's got his Roach Warren down, and he's droning pretty hard right now, which I think he can do because he knows that ArT doesn't have much left in the tank after starting with that Stargate opener that didn't do, where he lost the first Oracle, so he can't snowball from there.
The only problem right now for Elazer is, sure, he has a Roach Warren, but he's not made any Roaches yet. There are 11 Glaive Adepts on the map to 15 Lings. And I'm going to tell you with a lot of confidence that the Adepts win that one without too much issue. Now, we are seeing a few Roaches 6 being produced. That's okay. I would have liked to have maybe seen a couple more a little earlier, but Elazer playing reactive here, and that should be okay as long as he can get that split done in time. Meanwhile, ArT's third has been attacked. It is going to be defended by the Oracle, though. Nice Oracle positioning to stay here, and we're seeing the attack coming in right now.
Yeah, Adepts here shading into the natural, and of course there's nothing here because the Lings are across the map right now. Now the Roaches are popping out little by little. They're starting those Roaches as soon as he saw the Glaive Adepts outside the main base, but with good focus fire here, I'm pretty sure that ArT can get a lot of damage done shading up into the main now. The drone count at 8. Will it continue to grow?
Yeah, we're going to see a few more go down. Roach is finally coming in, but Adepts tankier than they look. You'll see they can all take a few volleys here. They will go back down to the natural. 12 drones going down, 13, 14. The number continuing to rise. 26 drones have gone down in total in this game, Creighton Olsen. That number only rising as we now surpass 30 drones killed in less than 7 minutes. Wow, ArT is on fire here. Sure, he lost a lot, but he's now up 13 workers. He needs units at home, though.
Yeah,
he might be dead.
Heavens to Beth, he does. He need units at home. I'm really worried for him right now. The Adept's doing great work, but losing all of them is very dangerous. His Robo was down very, very late, which means his immortal count is at 1 singular, uno, immortal, down. I know I don't want to speak a lot of Spanish, but I feel like it's important enough that we say this in at least 2 languages. It's all sentry all the time right now. With 60 Roaches on the map here, Elazer, after taking a lot of economic damage, he's just going to go straight for a Roach push, and he's got to win with this one. But I think he's got a chance of doing so. Yeah,
so far ArT's done an okay job, but he can't lose that immortal on the top side here. It is going to micro back. There is no battery here, though. Oh, he's being chased. Oh, he's having to run for his little life. Little stubby legs doing everything. They get it so low. 1 hit point left. Oracle is going to come out and do some damage. Second immortal popping. It looks like ArT may have done maybe just about enough. He has lost some workers, but he still has a few force fields left from what I can see here. He's warping in more stalkers. Yeah, the force fields are going to do so much here to buy some time. They will get biled down. Workers should be pulled away at this point. You need to try and save as many workers as you can. The immortal on the top side is doing so much DPS. I don't know how ArT just did this. He was down so much supply, but he has held. He is now down in workers a little bit, but he's free base against free base for the longest amount of time. Elazer's fourth has only really just gone down, and ArT is in a good spot.
Somebody call Barry Manilow because that was a miracle. A miracle, a true blue spectacle. I wish I could remember the rest of the lyrics and just keep going there, but I've forgotten them already. Fantastic play from ArT there. What, do you not know that song?
No. I mean, I know Barry Manilow. My mum really likes him.
Well, of course your mum does. That's his whole shtick is that mums really like him.
Mums and so GSL Bold guys.
For Christmas, I'm going to buy you the best of Barry Manilow because it's
Elazer.
You have to have that love in your heart. The double drops coming in, Banelings coming in on both sides here. I love it. I think unexpected. I'm not sure if ArT has even seen the Baneling nest yet.
He hasn't.
He has no idea that it's there, and these double dropper lords coming in. Meanwhile, I think Elazer are going to move across the map. The revelations have gone down. He now knows that Banelings exist, but he doesn't know that there's double dropper lords coming in. So we're going to see Elazer moving onto the map, maybe trying to distract ArT and draw his opponent out. But here we go. Banelings into the main.
Goodbye, as we will see these mines dropping. Pneumatized carapace finishes, speeding this process up. The natural is going to be bombarded. 9 workers going down. It could have been worse. Oh god, it could be worse. It's going to be worse. It's going to be not worse. That was a lucky defense there from ArT, I think, more than anything. Oh, it's not over yet.
He's coming back. This is like getting stabbed with a knife. It's the worst way to die because you can see it coming time and time again. But on the other side, the reason ArT not microing as well as he could have is because he's busy with this double immortal drop, taking down the 4th base. We didn't want to show it because there wasn't a lot to talk about. This game is a slugfest back and forth. And honestly, at this point, Grant, I think Elazer might be a little ahead, but it's so hard to tell. +2 starting up for both players. Storm on the way. Stasis wards going down to try and protect ArT's 3rd base. The 4th base for Elazer being replanted. Does Elazer have enough army supply now to really do damage on both sides this 3rd base?
No. I don't think so. Okay, this is nice. The wall off from ArT has been good, but it's not perfect. You can see it is not complete, and these banelings are going to get into the mineral line. Goodbye. Good night, Irene. We're going to see so many workers go down, 13 falling immediately. And now it's the attack on the other side that ArT needs to be dealing with. There are a lot of banelings coming in here, Creighton. Mutalisk in the main. Elazer has just found so much damage. He has been relentless, and ArT has played a great game. But with all of these banelings, we're looking at very soon to be 29 banelings rolling in. Oh, this Prism's going to have to work overtime to save the units. The fourth points are great. But there's no AoE, there's no splash, there's nothing to kill them. Banelings rock in. Elazer up 80 supply, and Elazer has finally found a map win.
Yeah, I think Elazer's going to take this one for sure. ArT's that natural under duress, his third under duress. These banelings still alive, like Chell in Portal 2. He is not going to be able to kill those off with one sad little stalker, and there it is. The GG goes down. Elazer from AGO Esports in Poland finally, Grant, grabbing his first map win of the entire DreamHack Masters qualifier.
Yeah.
It was ugly, but he did it.
Yeah, Elazer's finally found what he needs, and I think he played a very good game because ArT's initial attack did so much damage. ArT sniped the fourth base. ArT was all over the place with his aggression, but Elazer kept a big army. He kept very strong throughout the game and was able to just finally get it all together, have enough economy to make 452 banelings, and just roll on over his opponent. Now, I still have some hope for ArT, and I've said this a lot during the day, but I think ArT showed some glimpses there
yes,
of
he did
great gameplay. We are just waiting to get into our next map, guys, which will be Eternal Empire. Now, I've always said I quite like this map as a Zerg player. But it's not bad, I think, here for our Protoss. It's very good if you can get Immortal Sentry push early. If you can get like a 2-base Immortal Sentry and you can get between the natural and the third, it's very difficult to lose from that position because it's very narrow. Kim Yujin, Mr. ArT here, is saying go. We're just waiting for Miko. He gives a ready. And what now? Are you going to say Elazer with the 2-0?
I think so. He just looked so strong, showing us in those early stages of game number 1 why you never prematurely GG in a game, why you've got to stay in a game despite taking early losses. He just played so well in the mid and late game and was able to swallow up any advantage ArT had found for himself. The counter pushes were great. The timings were great. Elazer making all the right decisions. And on a map that he feels even more at home on, Eternal Empire, he's got to feel very good here about his chances in game number 2. I think Elazer's going to take this 2-0, but let's not pre-call this game, Grant. As you said, ArT showing flashes of brilliance.
Yeah, and for now, in the bottom left-hand side, as we follow Creighton Olsen's camera, our incredible observer and caster. He does it all. Also, he's just a beautiful man. He is the blue Protoss player representing Alpha X. I really had to think about that then. And I really shouldn't have to think about that. It is ArT.
And his fellow Polish countryman in the red, representing AGO Esports, it is Elazer, our Zerg player.
And Elazer, once again, is going to be able to go for that hatch first. No block this time coming from ArT. ArT doesn't want to take any economic disadvantages in this game. He wants to just go for it straight away. Good luck, have fun comes out. A little bit late, mate. There we go. You're so polite, kids. And it looks like ArT as well will be going for a gate expand. Nothing strange going on in this game so far. Hatch gas pool, blah, blah, blah. Creighton, what is your favorite sandwich filling?
My favorite sandwich filling, a great question. And Grant, you're going to have to explain something to me here. My favorite sandwich filling is corned beef. I love a hot Reuben sandwich more than anything in the world. When I lived in the UK, I was unable to find a Reuben sandwich
I've never heard
anywhere.
Of it. Well, I've heard of it, but never...
It's not standard pub food, and I didn't see it. And you guys don't have like a bunch of Jewish delis or anything. So I was amazed. Have you ever had a Reuben sandwich, Grant?
No, I've never even heard the term Reuben sandwich. I know like corned or hashed beef is like a thing, but I don't like. Amazing. It sounds grim to me.
It's Grant, please, if you ever have the chance, go Google. Just Google up a Reuben sandwich. It's usually on like a pastrami or corned beef. and it's
like
on. It can be on a couple different kinds of breads.
Okay.
Usually like a marble rye is what I like mine on.
Ooh.
And then you've got some sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut.
Some Thousand Island dressing, and usually some
I
cheese.
love Thousand Island.
And then it's you just heat the whole thing up, crisp it up in a panini maker or something. A Reuben sandwich is the king of sandwiches, and I didn't have one for 2 years while I was in the UK, and then I moved to Korea where they've never heard of corned beef either. And so my first order of business when I got back to the States after 4 years was to find a deli that made a good Reuben sandwich, and I found one. Believe it or not, the local gay club here in Wichita. I live in such a small town that by day, one of our gay nightclubs is just like a sandwich place.
Deli. That's incredible.
And they make the best goddamn Reuben sandwich I've ever had in my life. It's like I'm not going to make that joke. A lot of meat in the sandwich at the gay club, and it is amazing. So my favorite sandwich filling, Grant, is a Reuben sandwich, and it's the king of sandwiches. There's no question. And you know what the king of Protoss? You know what the king of Protoss builds is? Phoenix first.
Oh my god, I'm actually crying.
Good. I've done my job then. I've done my job. Phoenix first here out of ArT, who's been watching with interest Team Rotterdam being created. And he's like, if I want to get on Team Rotterdam, I got to make some Phoenix to impress this guy. So Phoenix first. Is he going to do a second Phoenix behind this? Yes, he is. A little supply block will come down, and we're going to see a lot of Phoenix here out from ArT. Do you think he goes up to 5, or do you think he keeps going and goes for mass Phoenix?
I think we'll see 4. I think 4 is a pretty standard way to start if you want to transition out. If he's going to go for it, then we'll see a second Stargate pretty shortly. We've not seen any tech follow-up here. Usually, if you see this, you're going to see a Robo and a Twilight Council come down at about the same time to follow this up. We are getting more and more Phoenixes. They are being hidden for now. Roach Quarrying coming down for Elazer. He is a little bit worried about a Glaive Adept push, which can be pretty good on this map. And actually, we can see ArT is faking that by morphing in only Adepts down in his natural. When in reality, it is, of course, Phoenixes. The Adepts will go out here. 4 of them, in fact. Okay, so that's a good amount. And the Phoenixes very soon will start clearing up the Overlords on the map and maybe even looking for some damage.
Yeah, I love these Phoenix still being hidden, though. He's going up to Phoenix number 4, 5, not queued up yet. And the another Gateway and second Gateways 3 and 4 coming down now for ArT. So I think you're right here. He's definitely not going to go mass Phoenix because he would have gone, I think, for a second Stargate if he's going mass Phoenix. But Elazer, already with that early Roach Warren down, must now know what's going on. He's got those Spore Crawlers coming down. He's like, there's not enough Adepts here. The Adept attack would have hit already. And I think a good call from Elazer to go Roaches. And he's even going to get into the natural here with some of these links.
Yeah, these links are going to be a little bit of a problem. Is that wall incomplete? No, I think it is complete, if I remember correctly. We're seeing Lair come up here for Argo's Elazer. He's making 14 drones at a time. The Phoenix number really starting to get up there now as we do get to 6. It does look like we're going to be seeing a very rotty kind of style. What I'm waiting to see right now is a Twilight Council go down, because if you're making this many Zealots, this many ground-based units alongside Phoenixes, you need to upgrade them. And like, look, right now, this is... What's the answer? Phoenix finally shows, but that could even be a hallucination for all Elazer knows. This wall is going to go down. I think this build had some holes in it, and I mean that in an almost literal sense. Is now look how many workers have got into the natural, and GG.